If you're looking for perfection into the outside world, there is no perfection into the outside world. Because everything which is born into this outside world is born with a determination to finish. So when you talk about perfection, you're talking about something which lasts for long. And that what lasts for long is the perfection of who you are. The perfection of the self. And that will happen only when you start to understand that what you're looking for is not into this material world. Of course, you have to be in the material world. You must work, you must earn your living. But life is not just about that. Life is much more than that. Life is to rediscover your true self. And beyond that also, because just discovering your true self is not the ultimate. The ultimate reality is to go deeper within that self and discover the Lord which is seated inside of yourself. And this is the aim of life, just like I was telling you earlier. You plan and plan and plan, and then one moment to the other, death is knocking at your door. Finish. I always tell a beautiful story. A man which is working. Throughout his life, he worked. And at the end, when he took pension, he started to count his money. And he was counting. And he was so happy that he had $100 million. And as he was counting, he noticed there is somebody behind him. Sometimes you can see by the side of your eyes, And he noticed there's someone standing there. And he looked and he see death is standing there. I said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm death. I've come for you. But I didn't invite you." This reminds me of Monty Python, the series. He said, "Hi, Mr. Death, how are you? Please come and have a tea." Yeah, coming back to our story. Death was standing. He said, "Well, I come uninvited. So why have you come for me?" "Well, it's about time for you to go." He said, "How come it's about time for me to go? I just was counting my money and I have 100 million. I need to enjoy this 100 million now." I said, "Well, that's not my business." I said, "Okay, fine. I give you 50 million. Just give me one day that I can enjoy the other 50 million. I said, "No, not possible." Then he said, "Okay, I give you 75 million. You see how hypocrite is human being? "Give me half a day." That's not possible. Time is time. Then he said, "But please, there must be something, I give the whole 100 million. Give me 1 hour." Dev said, "No, not possible." Then he said, "Okay." Seeing the sincereness of this person, he said, "Okay, fine. I give you a few seconds only." The man quickly ran to the table, grab a pen and write on a paper. Don't wait for the last moment to enjoy life. As long as life is there, make the best out of it. Get to know who you are, really. Don't waste your time in petty things, which things that you think that you will need in life and then you don't need it. So, like that, you see. Life, people long for so many things, perfection in so many outside reality, but yet they ignore the inner perfection. They want to be perfect in their work, they want to be perfect in their relationship, they want to be perfect in this, and are they really perfect in all these things? If you're not perfect in your mind here, how can you be perfect in all these things outside? Most of the time when you're talking about perfection, you see, there is such a pressure upon you, which really make everything imperfect. Do you do it with love? Do you do it with freedom? Do you do it with an attitude of gratitude into it? No, you don't. When we talk about external perfection from the world outside, people have a notion that there is a certain pressure upon them, certain, yes, I must do it like this, I must do it. There's so much tension upon themselves. And that's what they call perfection. So don't look for that kind of perfection. It's true that you have to do your work in the best way, give your as much as you can into that, You have to do it with love. Then it is perfect. When you love what you're doing, you pour that love from deep within and pour it into your job. Krishna said, in the Gita, do everything as a service upon to me, but don't be attached to the result of it. Why do you think he said that? Because he is the only source of all result. And if you are doing everything for the sake of God, then you don't need to be attached to that result itself. You don't need to put pressure upon you. Otherwise it is not perfect. And like I said, looking for true perfection is only when you dive within that divine consciousness within yourself and find Him. Then you can attain, by His grace, that state of perfection. And once you have attained that state of perfection, and everything that you touch will be imprinted with such perfection itself. And that happened through the grace of God. So try to aim for that kind of perfection. But doesn't mean that you should not do your work on the outside in a proper way. Again, like I said, as a reminder that you have to do everything with love. Everything as a service to Sriman Narayana, to God. When you have that deep inside of you, what else is needed? Because everything that you do will have that peace which you have inside. Everything you do will have that radiant, that shine that you have inside of you. So aim for that shine to shine through you. Aim for that perfection to happen to you.